What's up, YouTube? Today I want to talk to you guys about Monday Night Raw and give you my thoughts on it, plus Goldberg coming to Super ShowDown, and plus some other more things that have been on my mind. So let's get right into Monday Night Raw. Now, we know that Ricochet has defeated Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley to be the #1 contender for the WWE Championship at Super Showdown. Now, honestly, I thought that it would be Bobby Lashley that would get it because that's who everyone wants to see face Lesnar for the championship because that's the whole reason he came back to WWE to begin with. But they decided to go with Ricochet. But I guess since Bobby Lashley is a heel now, they don't want a heel going against a heel at a match because no one's going to care who wins. But of course, I think this match will be a squash match. I don't think Ricochet will last too long in this match, honestly. And I just don't see him winning. Obviously, Brock's going to retain it. I guess they're going to save. They're going to save that championship for when Drew McIntyre faces him at WrestleMania. So next, we have Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. Now, there have been rumors circulating around the internet about those two going at it at WrestleMania for the NXT Championship. Now, if this is going to really happen, I think it'd be a very great match because we've seen Charlotte face Becky a dozen times. We've seen Charlotte go against Bayley a dozen times already, and they're the two current main roster champions. But on a big stage, we haven't seen Rhea Ripley go against Charlotte yet. So I think this is going to be a really great match. I think that it might steal the show for the women's division, and I personally would love to see it. But you guys can tell me what you think about that in the comments below. Now, at the beginning of the show, we had Randy Orton try to cut a promo, but he was getting booed all the way out. He was getting booed out of the arena because people just didn't want to hear what he had to say after last week after he decided to RKO Edge after he just came back from to the ring after like 9 years. This is like one of his biggest heel turns, and I think this is going to put Edge over like tremendously, especially with the huge comeback he's making. So, how this feud is going to go out, I think it's going to be a pretty good feud to watch. Now we have Liv Morgan defeating Lana for, via pinfall. Now this Jerry Springer type storyline, it was cool at first, but I think some more messy stuff is going to probably go on between Rusev and Bobby Lashley. It's probably why Lashley didn't win the match, the triple threat match, because he's still in this. It kind of makes sense now because he's still in that storyline with Rusev, but I think this storyline is going to go out till WrestleMania. That's probably going to be the end of it. We finally get to see how this concludes. I'm curious to see how the conclusion will be myself. Now, Drew McIntyre defeats Mojo Rawley in a squash match. Aleister Black, another squash match. Now we have Rey Mysterio versus Angel Garza. Now, apparently Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo are related, and now Angel Garza is now associating himself with Zelina Vega, and then Humberto is like, wait, what? What's going on here? So they have a match, and then Humberto's trying to hammerlock DDT him on the concrete again, and Rey Mysterio came out like, no, not this time. They have their match, and yeah, Angel Garza just DDTs him on that concrete, and it just really messed Rey up because he was literally shaking after that whole part happened, and yeah, I think they're trying to have this. They're probably going to have them go at a tag team match at some point as soon as Andrade comes back from his 30-day suspension, which is the whole reason why they have Angel Garza and Zelina Vega together. Now we have Asuka versus Natalya. This is a pretty good match. I mean, they're both very good with their submission holds. And apparently, after that match, Natalya had tweeted a photo of her getting a kind of a black eye. you know, and I think those we'll definitely see those two go at it again. And I think their feud. I don't know how long their feud is going to go. Honestly, this might be just a short-lived run because I don't know, like Natalya's feuds lately haven't been that long. They've just really been short-lived because she hasn't won the gold in a while, and she's really I guess she's just enhancing the talent right now. But who knows? Then Becky accepts the rematch from Asuka. Of course, and I don't know. This could go either way. I don't know. They may have her lose again, but I don't know. They might just have. I think they're really gonna save Becky as a championship until Mania, until she loses it to somebody else. And I don't know why they would have her lose it to Asuka now, or next week on Raw, because big championships hardly change over on TV. They usually do that on the pay-per-views, but who knows? Anything can happen at this point. And, well, that's it for Monday Night Raw. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about was Goldberg and his possible return to Super ShowDown. It has been confirmed he will be at Super ShowDown. Now, I don't know who he's facing or anything like that. All I know at this point is that he will be there. And I guess they're trying to make it a huge draw since like a lot of superstars recently have been saying how they do not want to go back to Saudi Arabia after the whole flight delay incident last year, and which I don't blame them for, because if only like a handful of superstars were able to leave Vince McMahon was able to leave when he wanted to, but the rest of the superstars weren't, which is why there was only like a handful of superstars at that SmackDown the following night, and it was mostly NXT versus SmackDown that night because this was right before Survivor Series. So yeah. They're trying to get some people to be a big draw for the Saudi Arabia show, which Vince is legally obligated to do because he's in like a 10-year contract with them, and they're paying him like billions of dollars. And what else was there? Oh, let me give you guys my quick opinion on Becky Lynch talking about the women's division, how it could be better. She stated like a week or so ago that in order to make the women's division better, they would have to drop the term women's, and I personally don't agree with that because I don't see anything wrong with separating the two divisions, the men's and the women's. I personally don't see how that makes anything better. And now they've already dropped the term women's from the NXT Championship. Now Rhea Ripley's championship is just called the NXT Championship, which I don't know, over time can be kind of confusing because when you talk about the NXT champion, they're going to be like, okay, who are you talking about, Adam Cole or Rhea Ripley? Like, I just personally didn't see the point of that. I don't see how that makes anything better. I don't see how it is going to make the women's division better, or I just don't see the significance of this at all. And I didn't agree with Becky Lynch on that, why she thought that dropping the term women's would be a good idea when it's just going to do nothing overall. But that's all I got to say for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Did you think this week's Monday Night Raw was good? Are you excited about Goldberg being in Super ShowDown? Do you not disagree with Becky Lynch on dropping the term women's from the women's division? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.